Hello there, everybody. Silver Dragon here with my review for Minor Wars 2081. Now, I will be doing this review a bit differently than I have before. For one, the image in the background is the only thing I'll be showing. There won't be any gameplay for now. I will be showing a gameplay section of the first mission for Minor Wars after the review itself, as some people were saying that the last review I did was more of a gameplay video than it was a review, so this is an attempt to solve that issue. But anyway, to start things out, I actually did a review previously, at least a minor review for this game back when it was in the beta stage, which amounted to my believing that the game was a bit of a scam. This belief came from a couple different areas. One of which was basically when you first started up the game, it said the game was 50% done. There was an MMO coming out later in the year, and most of the options were grayed out and unusable. The gameplay was buggy and just unplayable at times. The reason I got it was for the co-op, and I tried for hours with a friend and could not get together for any kind of co-oping whatsoever during that time. Although that's understandable bug-wise, at least for it's a beta. I've played many betas. I understand that there will be bugs, things will change. Generally speaking, from what they show in the trailers and from how long I know the game has been in development and the screenshots that they had showed, it was just seemed like they were saying there was more gameplay in it than there was. But my main issue came from when the whole issue of my thinking this is just a scam came from Desura, where I actually picked up the game itself. I went to the user review page, and all I saw there was 10, 10, 10, 8, 10, 10. Pretty much everyone was rating this. A lot of people were rating this game a 10, and it did not deserve that. The gameplay wasn't there. It was all in all essence a broken and terrible game with absolutely no substance to it. It had a possibility, a future, but current as it stood, there was no way that anyone would give that a game a 10. So that led me to believe that either the developers themselves had made the accounts to give those 10s, or they had asked other people to do it for whatever benefits they may have gotten, or no benefits, who knows, to be honest. It just seemed like a really seedy thing to me. So eventually I just gave it a 2. I put my review out there saying that this game is not what you would think. The videos are not a representation of what is actually there for you to do, and so on and so forth. But have they managed to redeem what the game once was? When I had to give it a 2, find out now for my review. Anyway, starting with the story of Minor Wars 2081, it takes place in the future where humanity is basically attempting to harvest the vast energy of the sun when a unexpected event happens in which the sun releases a massive solar storm that just starts ripping the planets apart and just destroying the solar system pretty much. And the Earth, unfortunately, is destroyed as well. So humanity itself is living now on these asteroids, on these remnants of what once was the planets of the solar system, trying to eke a living from mining, pirating, and everything in between. They're split up into their various federations: the Russians, the Chinese, Asia, so on, so forth, and they're all just trying to eke out existence. And you start off as I guess it's just a security personnel of a random mining station that gets attacked by the Russians. They're basically killing everyone. They don't want anyone surviving this. It's a secret attack, and you have to get out of there. More of this will be shown during the actual gameplay at the end of this review. But anyway, this whole thing is about conflict over the discovery of an alien artifact. They don't show much. The characters don't know much about this yet, but it's explained more on down along the lines of the story. I won't reveal too much of that for now, but that's just the basics of the story itself, of the humanity's destruction and being tossed down to space, and and the discovery of the alien artifact and the fight over it in that sense. Anyway, moving on to the actual gameplay of Minor Wars. The gameplay consists of a couple different sections, one of which is the single-player campaign, which you can do yourself or co-op with a friend. There's also the multiplayer, which is a bit of a deathmatch style, as well as there are some sandbox elements in that. There is also an editor which you can use to make your own sandbox areas, build your own stations and such, systems to mine, explore, possibly do with friends. I haven't explored that area too much as that requires a lot of time, and I just don't have the time to invest in that section of the gameplay right now. But anyway, to the actual gameplay of the campaign itself, Miner Wars has a couple different factors to their gameplay, one of which is the ability to mine out asteroids using a little mining prong that comes out from your ship. Now, this will attach itself to the asteroid and mine away a section of it, and you will collect whatever resources that were there. You will find varying resources scattered along an asteroid. It'll actually show up on as a waypoint on your map, and we'll say specifically what it was. I will show you indication of that during the gameplay, as well as the asteroids themselves. Some are completely deformable. You can dig through them using missiles, cannon projectiles, as well as your own little personal mining drill. Though it's a bit slower with the mining drill, you can get it done. Now, not every single asteroid can be destroyed and harvested. As a matter of fact, most of the, if not all of the small asteroids, you shoot a missile at it and it just pings you with a message, this asteroid cannot be destroyed, which is a bit of a pain in a way. It can be difficult after the first initial area to find resources to mine. So generally you're just doing the missions to get your cash and killing things and looting from stashes that are scattered around the map and selling that, basically. Your ship has a limited cargo capacity of what it can carry, and what you can eventually trade to a little trade... I wouldn't even call it a depot. I call it like a trade station. No, not station. Terminal. A little trade terminal. Now, if you look around the map, you will find there are varying little boxes scattered around that have ammo, supplies, and such. There are actual indicators to your ship itself, such as armor, health, the hull integrity of your ship, fuel, which you need to take care of, oxygen. All of these you need to keep up, or else you die, basically, obviously. You can do that by finding the supplies scattered around the map. Fuel obviously will replenish you with fuel, oxygen, so on and so forth. They all have boxes. You can inspect what's in them and then pick it up, or you can just pick it up. I just pick it up personally. I just fly over, pick it up, and that's done with it. Now they'll add those to your inventory, and then we'll use it up over time. If you're flying into radiation, you take health damage, you'll slowly use up all the health packs you have in your inventory, and so on and so forth. Same thing for ammo. You may start out with a bit, but as you collect from the boxes or buy it yourself, you will have enough missiles to level a good-sized asteroid, I would say. Now, anyway, moving on from that, there is also, of course, those missiles aren't just used for deforming asteroids now, are they? No, they're also used for the space dogfighting combat of the game. Now, they're quite effective against them. There are varying other weapons as well in the game, such as the Gatling guns, which have different ammo with the basic shots, shotgun ammo in a sense. There are different types of shells you can fire, launching there's flash shells, EMP shells. There's all kinds of different ammo and weapons you can use in the game itself, as well as different types of missiles. You can eventually get drones as well that you can launch and use, camera drones in which you launch and then you can look around with them. You can control the camera. It's not too useful, but it's still a nice little attribute added into that. But anyway, the actual campaign takes place in a series of set missions that go along through the universe. Now, along with these missions, there are several side missions and areas that you can explore and, loot, destroy things, shoot down people, all that kind of good stuff. There are several different aspects to that gameplay, and all those little missions are separated across a solar system map, which I will also be showing you during the gameplay video. Now, so the missions can vary in content. There are parts where you will be infiltrating a station, hacking consoles, turning off defenses, opening doors, hacking banknote stations to take cash. You'll be defending against waves of enemies, destroying pirate bases, so on and so forth. There's one mission where you go to a station, it's a trading station, and the trading station will suddenly be attacked. So you have to go to the go up to its defensive consoles and turn on this the space station's defenses, and that gets rid of the enemies, and mission accomplished. You don't get too much for it, but at least you can get down there and start trading, which is the entire purpose you went to that trading station in the first place. Cough, cough. But anyway, some of the missions, such as the defending of waves, there are points where on one mission it actually gives you turrets you can set down in a couple different locations, and to give you an edge in the fight. You have a bit of freedom about where you can put these turrets, although the locations where you can put them are set. They give you about 6 turrets with about 10, 11 points to put them. So generally speaking, it keeps them in the right area, but allows you to place them at least in the way you want in that sense. So the actual gameplay is fairly varied, as well as there being secret areas as well in some of the mission locations. You will hack or even just access the cameras for the station, and it will say secret area. You take a look at it, it'll show you the secret area and whatever. You have to kind of discover where it is. I have yet to actually successfully discover a secret area, but anyway, if the option is there, it shows you. At least has that there for you to discover, which is really nice in that sense. As well as, other than that, in the gameplay-wise, there is the, well, actually, no, once you have mined the resource, of course, you can trade them to the terminals. You can buy new stuff. There are different ships you can acquire. They're not much larger than your original one, but they do have more slots for you to put weapons in, more cargo for you to obviously haul cargo around and trade with, and so on and so forth. But they are insanely expensive and take quite a while to get, depending. But anyway, moving on to the actual overall the gameplay. I should say overall the gameplay is quite fun and is quite a great improvement from its previous, well, a huge improvement from its previous state, I should say. Cough, cough. But anyway, it's quite enjoyable. I quite enjoy it as it is. Now the game also has quite a nice audio track in both the music, the ambient music, as well as the sound effects of your Gatling guns and explosions and all that good stuff. Same thing goes for the audio of the of your actual like navigation computer, where it's like mission like waypoint reached, and so on and so forth like that. Is quite well done in that sense. The voice actors are pretty good. They're pretty damn good. I enjoy some of them. They are they work well. They apply pretty well. There are some. I've actually found a couple typo errors in which someone voiced something improperly from what is actually put on the screen, which is a little entertaining a bit. And some of the sequences you can get into are pretty funny. But anyway, moving on from that, I have to say overall the game has changed quite a bit from its previous version to the release version. As such, I will have to refine my previous score of 2 and give Minor Wars 2081 a 7.5 out of 10. And now on to the gameplay for the first mission of Minor Wars. Sit back, relax, and enjoy. Alrighty then, everybody, here we go. Whoa, the gameplay for the first mission of Minor Wars 2081. As you can see, we are currently being attacked. I'm using my Gatling guns to take these guys down.
Education mine a workout.
Now, here are some of the...
Calm down. First, we need to get outside and get the situation
as you can tell, the voice acting isn't too bad. Isn't too bad at all. Now, we can see here, these are the repair and ammo supplies. We can hit I in order to see what is actually in here. Or we can hit space just to take it. Same thing for the repair. This has the repair kit, which is the repairs the ship's hull. Alright. Pardon me, I'm being interrupted partially by the actual audio in the background. Luckily, I can just stick around here for now, as the audio will soon be ending.
We need to get to the command center, check out the situation, and send a distress signal.
Roger, confirmed.
Ah, jeez. Now, in the bottom left corner, you can see the various stats of my ship. On the very bottom left corner is the hull of the ship, One beside it is the health of my actual passenger, me. The third one is my armor. Fourth is the fuel, and the last one is the oxygen. Now you can see looking around here we have magnesium, silver, helium. Now these are mining areas here. These are the actual like resources you can mine. Everything else is just stone. If you try and mine near it, you will just get stone. Now I would suggest that when you start this game off, mine this stuff. You will not find a lot of materials like this easily later on for quite a while at least, so it's always good to mine it. So you hit B to harvest the ore, which is this little prod right here that comes out from your ship. This is your mine collector. You can see there you've harvested 0.01 of stone and 0.06 of helium. Continue to do so, continue to mine this away if you wish for a while. You may be attacked, but it shouldn't be anything that you can't really defend against. But generally speaking, you want to stick around here for a bit, mine some of this stuff. You can see the magnesium has a bluer tint to it, so you can mine some of that. I can make my way to the silver to get some of that if I so wish. But regardless of how much I mine, I can only hold up to 36, which is my maximum inventory. Now, anyway, as I said before for the actual indicator of, you could get lost in here easily. If you hit T, this lovely little icon will show up that will show you the way to your next objective. Now, all of these mining materials will show up as you get close to them, but for that reason, it is difficult to locate them in a lot of asteroids. So you really have to look around the surface, see if you can locate it, or dig your way through and hope you find something. And the mining drill, as I said, you can use missiles to dig your way through. You can use cannons. I have varying types of ammo on the, well, I don't have it right now, but I can find various types of ammo. We have the radar detection missiles for guided launchers, basic missiles. I can use my miner by hitting M to dig away at the surface here by going really close to it. We'll slowly dig a tunnel through the surface. Of course, you're also bashing your ship into the side of it. But anyway, let us proceed with this actual mission now. See all the various stuff popping up there. Here's some more enemies. Come ahead here. They're going to blow a hole through there. Whoa! I'm going to launch some missiles, use my Gatling guns. Dodge a bit. As you can see, they're standing still and just firing at me, as I said from the AI of it. It's not too smart, but they can still be quite difficult, so it's not good to underestimate them. They will still kick your ass if you're not difficult. Whoa, we have some allies firing here. Use shift for my booster. Whoa, we got explosions going off all over the place. Whoa. Right over here, we just had a cave in, so we're going to have to blow away all these debris. There we go. Right here we have a repair node. If I ever get that damage, like I am, well, my fuel actually right now is being lowered more than my health. But it's always good to stockpile. Oh, got an enemy right in front of me.
This is the right decision.
Okay, so right here we have repair, we have some fuel, which I am needing now as my fuel is lowering. And here, oh, we better get some ammo first, up top. There we go. Here we have our first hackable item, the camera hub. So we press hold space. I guess we'll actually hack this one. And our first secret area right here, if we go acquire control, we can go to the secret area and be like, oh, where is this place? We should find that. And eventually we can locate it. I have yet to actually locate a secret area, though. I'm terrible at that. I haven't taken the time to search through it. But anyway, let us resume. Go through here to get to the main base, which is our current objective. And here we can see the enemy ships right there. Those are the enemy capital ships.
Looks like they're about to turn this station into gravel.
Why?
So let's get out of here.
This is a civilian operation. What are they thinking?
Korea, we need to get to the other side. Pronto.
Got some more enemies on the way here. Whoa, there they are. Yeah, see, they just flew right into the room. They didn't really do anything. And only now are they starting to engage me a bit. But anyway, let's get on through here. Now, these are some pretty nice... the Russian general. You got these nice little tunnels you fly through. Oh, we got some more enemies up ahead. Fire the missiles! Okay, they're eliminated. Let's continue on to our objective. These can be some tight tunnels to maneuver through, but quite fun when you get the hang of it. Whoop.
Damn, the whole command center's offline.
Here we go. What's that?
I can't believe
More
this is
ammo.
happening. Let's get to the basement and try to fire clear up the emergency power unit.
Affirmative.
Oh, here we go. We have some health, which will, of course, heal you, and oxygen, which is incredibly important right now, as I am running out of oxygen. Okay, so now we have to go turn on the generators, and then move on from there to the various other objectives we'll do. Oh, see, they tend to cluster near these entrances, and you can easily take advantage of that with some missiles. Our friend, though, the interesting thing about our little ally friend there, generally in games like this, your ally, he's completely useless. He's there to be a slight distraction at most. He never really gets anything done. But in this one, he's actually not too bad. He actually does a fairly good job pulling off enemies.
This mission is classified.
We have some more repair. I will collect that. Ah, here we have our first, I believe this is our first, yes, here is our, nope, not our first tactical one. Eventually, we just turn on the generators here, so it's one of our little objectives.
Fingers crossed.
Being attacked with a couple sides here.
Well, we could
we go.
use some more supplies. Too bad we can't help ourselves.
Perfect.
Even in an emergency.
That's the Traders Guild for you. No
Whoop.
free goods, no exceptions.
Tuh.
Check it if you want,
Oh,
but we
the lovely Traders Guild. Oh, shit. You can see it too, when I take a missile to the face, or when I happen to be really close to one, I actually get dust from whatever I was destroying all over my windshield. It makes it really hard to see what's going on. Alright, let's proceed through here to our objective.
Madeline, do you copy?
Got some health.
What's going on over there?
This is serious. Our survey
Whoop.
site is under attack. Heavy
Where's the
casualties.
enemies at?
Enemy unknown.
Madeline, we need you to get us out of
Give them
here.
fired at me.
Go to Hangar 1 and wait there.
Madeline, we'll be at the meeting point on time. Just
Alright, let's do this.
try to hurry.
I just received a distress call. There are locked miners near you. Go help them.
We shall save them. Alright, let's move out. Slowly fly through here. Down we go. Now, eventually, every once in a while, you'll come across grates like this. Now, you can use your missiles on them, but I like to equip my mining drill and just grind the thing to death.
What now?
Like so.
Forever. Trust me. If there
All
are
right.
soldiers protecting us, they should be here soon. There seems
Let's
to
go
be
rescue the
some friends
miners.
alive.
Here they are.
I knew you guys abandoned us.
Of course not.
Eliminated? Is the area secure now?
No, it is not, my
Secure.
friends.
Negative. The situation
got her.
is a bit more...
We've had massive casualties. The enemy crushed our defenses. This
there.
place is ready to blow.
fully with them now.
Sometimes it's a bit hard to track your enemies.
Take it easy. Just follow us. We'll make it through.
Alright, so let's proceed to our next
Lead the
objective.
way.
Come on, buddies. Yeah, eventually you do have a lot of allies in some missions, and it's quite useful. They do manage to defend themselves quite well, though they are still fairly weak and can be destroyed easily enough eventually. They are good for slowing things down. No witnesses, you terrible, terrible, evil monster, you. Now, right here we have one of our first defense missions. Or at least portion of defense missions that you get. You wipe out the enemies. Now, we have to defend this position until the ally comes. Now, we have a couple of weapon control systems we can enable here by turning on the autocannons. Now, we can acquire control of these autocannons and use them ourselves, but it's easier, it's better just to let them do their thing and attack enemies in your ship. That way you have 3 guns instead of just the 1, or instead of just the 2. So the turrets on top here now are now fire at our enemies. We have 2 minutes left to defend this location against the enemy forces. We have a repair in there if we so need it. Now it's easy enough to trap them when we see which direction they're coming from. Like they're coming from right up here. It's easy enough to trap them in here and waste them with missiles. Now solar flare is another bit of the gameplay which I actually forgot to mention. They occur quite often in the game, and you have to take cover or you will take massive damage to your ship. As we are inside a station, though, we have nothing to fear from that solar flare. But you can see it right there, actually, I think. Yeah, that's a solar flare right out there. But yeah, if you're stuck out in the middle of nowhere when a solar flare starts popping up, you're in trouble, because that thing really, really hurts. It does a lot of radiation damage. not only damage your armor, but also damage your health. Now we have a minute left in order to defend this location, and then we will be done with the first mission. Whoa there, Marcus, my friend. What are you doing in my way? Now he will do that often. He will often intercept your missiles right in your face, and it will end up in you. You won't really take any damage from it, but you get that lovely white dust in your windshield. You can't see much anything. There we go. So that takes care of those enemies. As you can see, as I said, missiles are really good for taking out groups of enemies, which is obvious in that sense, but still. Alright, we're almost ready for evac here. We're gonna get out of here. We'll be free men. Yeah, I like to tunnel, personally I like to tunnel with rockets, especially later with all the ammo. Like, pick every ammo box you come across. Take everything from it. Because it does add it to your inventory, so you can eventually have just pretty much enough missiles to level an asteroid, pretty much. That's what it rounds up to.
Never find a can when you need one.
There we go. Let's wipe out these guys. And we have a couple more left. And here comes our ship.
Yes.
Now this is our conveyance to the actual... Oh, we got some enemy up front here.
Station with which the Russian motherships had an open communication channel during the assault on
There we
the
go.
EAC survey site.
This is our main way to get from mission to mission. Every single time we have to dock on this ship and use it to travel to the new area. Now I'll show you some of the actual campaign map, and we'll move on from there. Now if you hit I to trade with the ship here, you'll have various resources such as health kits, repair kits, oxygen tanks, fuel tanks, and some basic ammunition. These will refresh after each mission, so you can always come back here if you really need to repair and be able to access it. But anyway, we're going to press home in order to travel to the next mission, or what would be the next mission. Now here we have our mission map. Our main mission is put here, highlighted on the map, but we could ignore that entirely if we wished, and go to, say, the Minor Uprising, the Dumping Ground, New Nanjing, Chinese Solar Plant, the Bio Facility. We can go to any of these places, explore it, do missions, so on and so forth. The trading station I mentioned where you get ambushed is over here, Trade Station EAC, and so on. And a lot of missions will unlock over time as you go along with the main ones. Of course, you will always be hostile to the Russian ones because they don't like us. It's a damn shame. But anyway, I hope you guys have enjoyed this review and gameplay footage for Minor Wars 2081. Thank you for watching. I appreciate it. Hope you've enjoyed. Yeah, they have turned this game around and turned it into a pretty fun game. So I'm enjoying it. But yeah, peace out, everybody. Thanks for watching, and have yourselves a good one.